And how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back once again, and we are live with another Onward VR Master League. Today, we have the matchup between Sinister Pride and Rome. I am joined side Too Old to Game, Too Old. How are you doing today?
Hey, Seth. Thanks for having me, man.
I'm getting just a little bit of feedback. I'm hearing myself just a little bit through your audio, just as a heads up. But that being said, we are going to be playing a very different start to this match. First off, let's talk about the ban list. So today we will not be seeing, if I can find it on here, we are not going to be seeing Tanker. Sinister Pride has banned Tanker, and then Rome has banned Quarantine. So both of those maps are going to be off the table today. And map number one, surprisingly, is actually going to be Suburbia, but it's going to be Suburbia 2. We're going to be playing Suburbia at nighttime. So what's your thoughts on that, Too Old?
Yeah, I think those are two smart bans. I think Rome is going to be a very dangerous team on smaller maps, and Q1 was good too because Sinister Pride is a more seasoned team. It should be a little bit more. Leaning towards larger maps, the Suburbia too. I mean, come on, how can we beat it? Let's do it.
Yeah, I
definitely see some night vision and some good action.
I definitely agree with you there. I think this is the first time I've seen it this season. Definitely one of the more popular maps is Suburbia 1, but then making it nighttime. This will just add a lot to that. Should be a lot of fun for sure. Let's take just a moment and actually talk about the matchup between these two teams. If you take a look at the rankings, you actually have Sinister Pride right now. They are in 20th place, Rome in 18th place, both of which they're trying to fight up. They're only separated by 10 points right now. Both of them are trying to move up the list and kind of get into that center area and get on the good placement by the end of the season going into the playoffs. Both of which have very good players. I mean, you know a little bit about Sinister Pride. You have personal history with them, correct?
That's right. I played a little bit back in the day when they were actually in Sacrilege. Of course, the roster looks completely different, but they did just happen to pick Trading back up, who I don't know if he's going to be playing tonight, but he is a very good player, and it should be an interesting match. See if that changes things tonight.
Yeah, and of course, we're now looking at the home situation. There's the full roster right there. You got Nolus, you got Ostentatious, you got Kanan, Fester Tank, you got Quintessential, the Lion VR, and as mentioned, you do have Traden. And then on the away team, you have Rome, you have Gladiator, you have Ermita, you have Freelancer, you have, I cannot see that on the screen. It looks like it's Jong. You have Leona Scout, Lucky, Northern Skies, and William Dunce. A few of them I've seen come across in public lobbies and competitive lobbies alike. All of them very decent players, some of them very good players as well. But that's going to bring us into tonight's matchup. So tonight we're going to have Gladiator, Lorena Scout, Ermita, William Dunce, and Lucky IBE. Lucky LBE? We're going to go with Lucky. And then you have Quintessential, Ostentatious, Fester, Nolus, and Traden. That's going to be your starting rosters going into match number one. I'm excited about this one. This could be a lot of fun. Sometimes these medium tier games, they have a lot of excitement. They don't ever go the way that you expect them to go because everybody is so evenly matched. It's a lot different than some of like Global Kim's matches and things like that. You really never know what you're going to get at this level. All right, we're going to be starting in here any moment. It does look like we have both teams ready to go, given last-minute strategies. So what do you usually go over at this point? You're getting ready for a match. Let's go with the first round. What do you think these two teams are saying to each other?
We're just probably going over the basics, reminding people to use comms, to call out your kills, call out your team deaths, and just basically reviewing the basics and trying to get everybody on the same page and everybody talking. As you know, as I'm sure you know, comms is very important in this game. It's sometimes, I mean, it's getting a kill with comms is better than getting a kill yourself.
Absolutely. And of course, it being a night map, I guarantee you they are saying repeatedly night vision, night vision. It's very easy to forget night vision. Once we actually get in a map, the viewers from the stream, you guys are going to see it in a totally different light thanks to the power of being a caster. But when you're in game, it is much, much darker. If you don't have night vision, you pretty much can't see anything.
Yeah, and hopefully hopefully everyone got that reminder and we don't see too many team frags tonight.
Now, one possibility as well is you can reset the round if someone does have an issue or a glitch or anything like that. Actually, what is the ruling on if somebody forgets equipment? Is that a legitimate reason to restart the map? Do you know?
You know what? I'm not 100% sure about that. We over at Phoenix, we kind of don't take chances with the rules, so we kind of just roll with it. If we kind of think if you forgot your loadout, it's kind of on you.
Yeah, probably should have looked that up. That's something that was a point of question a while back when they implemented the ability to reset the round. So that's interesting. I wonder if anybody in chat knows the answer to that question. But yeah, looks like we got a couple of shout outs for Sinister Pride already in chat.
All right. Yeah, this should be a real interesting match. I'm curious to see what Rome comes out with. They're a newer team, like you said, but a very they're all very experienced players and very good players. If you've ever been killed with a shotgun on Downfall, you probably turn around behind you in lobby and see that it was Lorena's scout. So let's see if he brings that shotgun out tonight. Let's see if he brings the iron sights. Let's see if we hear some pistol kills. And that's going to be something that I'm hoping to see tonight.
Absolutely. And also another attack that's been used quite a bit recently, especially since the money tournament that we had just a couple weeks ago, has been shield play. A lot of shield play has been coming in. It's going to be interesting to see if you see a lot of shields on a night map, but Suburbia especially, there have been lots of shields pulled out lately, so it'd be fun to see some of that kind of at the medium range tier.
Yeah, and Rome has a pretty good, I believe he's a new pickup with William Dunce. He's very good.
Yeah, I've actually been tagged by William quite a bit over the last week or so. It seems like we keep getting in the lobbies together, so not a bad player at all.
I believe he is a competitive scene for Onward, so he is very skilled. I'm pretty sure he's pretty new to Onward, a very good player nonetheless.
Excellent, that's always fun. I am not a good player of Pavlov, but
I personally have never tried it. I'm too much of a loyal Onward person to even purchase it, but I've heard good things. I've heard,
Alright, and I'm actually going to try and adjust your mic just a little bit. I'm getting feedback that you're a little bit quiet, so let's see if we can't fix that. It's actually kind of a tough thing because you're coming through the same audio as the game. So let me boost the game quite a bit, and then we're going to pull down the volume some. All right, so give me a good test in the mic.
Test 1 2. Test 1 2.
All right, that should be quite a bit better. Let me know in chat if the audio is a little bit better. All right, but that being said, we are going to be starting here in round number 1. Rome versus Sinister Pride, and we do have Rome, who is going to be on the Marsoc side. You do have Sinister Pride. They're going to be defensive. Now, keep in mind, just because it looks bright on our screen does not mean that it is bright. It is very dark. You're going to be seeing a lot of night vision goggles. Yeah, let's get into this.
Yeah, right away, I'm looking over here at Rome, and they have quite a few players that either forgot night vision or just maybe chose not to take it.
And we already have smoke on that center building. Now, this is the center building objective, so you already have 2 members of Sinister Pride. They're going to be upstairs. Now, most of the members of Rome are going to be holding just behind the center building. Not too much of a flank on the west side, but the east side is getting a good push down by the school bus.
And here we go. We already got Lorena's scout with the shotgun, middle of the map, no night vision. I'm wondering if he's picking this loadout specifically to breach that center house.
Yeah, now you don't see a shotgun very often. Now, Fester already taken out by William Dunn, so those great shots already coming out across the map. So Fester was back across the street, and he has been tagged. However, you do have Ostentatious, who is laying down on that side. He's going to be alerted to that movement by William.
Yeah, and if they're not careful here and they're thinking that they have everybody on the outside of the house, that could spell trouble for them as they push that burning building.
Absolutely. We do have grenades. They are going into the front yard. Is that going to find the target? It is not. They threw it down the side, the right side of the building. Ostentatious is actually in a great position behind that barrier to prevent any frag grenades in the front yard as well from finding its mark.
Oh, and Rome being very cautious with the smokes on the east side there.
Now, Nolus was just taken out. I know he's in a center building. So I'm not sure exactly how he was taken out. Oh, he is in the front room.
Oh, and here we go with Rome and Emerta breaching the back door of center building.
Ostentatious has been cleared across the street. It is now down to the last 2 Sinister Prime members. They are both upstairs on objective. It's going to be a 5-on-2. Gladiator with a pre-fire.
Guys, 3 down. Come here. Rush to the second floor.
Ooh, Rome calling for the rush.
And Traden is coming in big right now. Of course, Rome tried to go for the revive there and got picked off. And then the second Rome member ran up and looked the wrong way and actually ran right into Traden. So Lone Scout, or Lorena Scout rather, is attempting to do the same thing. Traden's in a great position.
Yeah, you see this a lot when two guys will go upstairs and they'll get taken out right away, and the rest of the squad will change up the pace.
Now we do have another member of MARSOC. William Dunce is all the way across the street. He's trying to give any intel to Lorena, let him know if he's in that back room, see if he can see him through any of the windows, but Traden currently is not peeking. And we are going to get some relocation here by Lorena. He's going to do a full flank around, maybe try and go up the front of the building. There is the peek by Traden. I don't know if he was spotted by William or not. William actually does make that call out. He calls out the top of stairs. Lorena's now going to rush in. He still has that shotgun. He is not watching the correct location. He's shot in the back.
Yeah, this is one of those situations where intel is very important. You really want to know where this top stairs guy is.
I believe William actually made the right call out. It was just interpreted differently, and he thought he was on the front side of the stairs instead of right at the top of the stairs to the right. He thought he was around the banister. So now it is all up to William Dunce. He does have 1 minute and 35 seconds to make a move here.
Yeah, William went ahead and just grabbed himself a G3 with a drum mag.
Now he has 1 minute and 10 seconds. Traden's actually peeking out again. He checks upstairs, doesn't see anything. We're actually watch this from William's viewpoint. He pre-fires that corner. And Traden pre-fires. It's a trade. Who does it give it to? It gives it to Rome on the attack. Rome able to land the first shot. Incredible shots and pre-fire by William, knowing that he had extended ammo thanks to that drum mag. And that peak secured 1 point.
Yeah, and I'm not too sure about that peak. Maybe it's just some first round jitters, but
absolutely, I would agree. Because he peaked right there, I mean, he didn't have to peak. He could have just sat right there and still waited for him to come up. I think that's just a little bit of nerves getting to him. Whenever you're playing competitive, there's a whole different pressure than just a typical public lobby, and or even a competitive lobby. And so you can sometimes the public lobbies you can get by with things, but once you're in a VRML match, it is very hard to show that restraint and not peek that corner when you know he's right at the bottom of the stairs. Rome Gladiator actually came out pretty good that round. He had 3 kills and 1 death, and William Dunce had 2 and 1. So very good for him. But Traden gave all the problems to Rome by securing all 5 kills. However, the last one's just a bit too slow. But here we are going to go into round 2, and on this approach we are going to follow Sinister Pride into the objective. It is going to be the exact same objective in the center building.
Alright guys, your guys gonna be the suicide people. I already got that.
Sinister Pride. I could use one of those. Here you go, here you go.
And of course, Sinister Pride making comments about them forgetting night vision. Of course, when you switch sides, you do have to re-update that loadout, so they have been designated the Suicide Squad. And Rome is making a very quick push into that center building. You have 4 members, and Fester and Lorena Scout take each other out. We do have a smoke grenade that's going to go all the way off of the tank into the front yard. That's going to block Gladiator's view.
and we're seeing a pretty similar defense over here with putting 3 up top and 1 back at spawn house.
So we do have a 1 down for both teams. That smoke is about to dissipate for Gladiator. He's going to be able to see a little bit better from that building in just a moment. It's a really good spot for him to have a good vantage point. We do have more grenades out. They are smoke grenades. They're going to be landing in that garage area and back by the pool. It's amazing how much slower it seems when it's at night. It seems like everybody rushes a little bit faster in the daytime, but at night, everybody's taking their time.
Yeah, just making that slow approach, checking the angles. It seems like Sinister Pride has put their night vision users up front first, which is a smart move.
We have more smokes coming out by Traden. Now, the difference here between defensive styles is Rome actually has all 3 members upstairs on the objective building as opposed to 1 downstairs and 2 upstairs. Traden is already breaching that back door. And he has been heard, and the call out comes from Lucky. However, Lucky has been heard as well. And Traden preps a grenade. He gets shot before it goes off. It was not a frag grenade. It was a flash, which is very fortunate for his teammate who was standing behind him.
Yeah, and that's a major benefit of watching both sides of the stairs there.
Quintessential's looking for Gladiator in the garage. Ostentatious putting shots on Gladiator. Gladiator's going to peek that front door. And another kill secured by William Dunce right in the same spot. He has great shot, great angle on that left side of the banister. Is Nullus going to attempt the same approach?
Yeah, this is an objective where your utilities are very important. Your smokes, your flash, your grenades.
Ostentatious with his belly on the ground. He's trying to get a look at Gladiator. He knows someone's over there. He has to see him in the garage right there. Gladiator looks like he might see Ostentatious. How are they not seeing each other? Oh, that's why, because Gladiator, even though we're seeing the outline of him, he's actually behind the building. It's just his head that's coming across. It's not his body. So he's actually back in the window.
We're starting to see some grenades being tossed out from the defenders upstairs.
Nullus looks like he might be starting to make a move here. There is only 1 minute 37 seconds left. Now Gladiator's actually not in position to see Nullus. Everyone's still holding still. Ostentatious on that front porch.
And that slow crawl seems to have worked out. Rome did not spot him.
He's memorizing the code right now. Maybe not. Sound like he was saying it to himself. Nullus.
Oh, there we go.
Taken out by William Dunce once again. William coming in strong. Ostentatious, last member, and Gladiator is not peeking. All he has to do is peek.
Ostentatious using a very nice spot here to check out the top of the stairs.
Now that's going to draw the attention of Gladiator. Gladiator comes around the front yard. Still not firing, not peeking. And Ostentatious is going to make it inside.
Takes out one, just gets cover from the shots from Rome. Taken out on the stairs.
William Dunce, once again, Gladiator a little bit too slow on that side. He was able to fire at him at the end. None of the shots landing. And that's another great round there by Dunce. That's going to be 6 kills secured for William Dunce. And of course, that is going to be the second point for Rome, and Rome is on the attacking side as well. Arguably, Volk's side, the defensive side, is the easier side to get points on, but I don't know if that's so much the case on some of these small maps. What do you think? Do you think Suburbia, the advantage is still for Volk, or do you think it's pretty even?
I'm having a little technical difficulty. I'm hearing all the teams. I might just have to reload.
No problem. Just let us know once you're back. As he gets set up, we do have a white car objective here. Now this is one of my more favorite objectives. It's right here in the open. It's a fairly difficult one to get to, but there's also a lot of ways to do that. You do have a lot of barricades, you have a lot of hard cover, as well as quite a bit of soft cover as well. You can get behind these fences, but they can shoot right through it. Lots of hedges, lots of angles. This one should be a lot of fun. Alright, this time we are going to actually follow Rome in and see which way they attack from. And William Dunce, he is going to be rocking that shield. So that is what I was hoping to see. I was hoping somebody would pull out the shield on this map. Looks like we are going to get it. Let's see if that comes into play at all. That smoke going way too far, actually clearing the map with that smoke. That's not going to provide any cover. Frag grenades coming out on the tank. We have frags on both sides. None of them landing. Quintessential is actually in a very unique spot. Instead of being up on the porch, he's actually laying just in the driveway. Now keep in mind, it is a lot darker, but I still think he's going to be spotted out. Ostentatious lands the kill on Lucky. William, he's actually making it up to the objective. Trayden's going to be able to see him in just a moment. I'm sure Trayden already sees him. He's just holding his shots. That shield has made it all the way up on objective. No shots yet. William has pulled out his tablet. He is going to go for a cap. No one is responding. William, is he going to get the 2-point cap? He has been given loads of time. He's still putting in the code. And he does. Right in front of Trayden. He lands the 2-point cap. And that is going to be a 4-point sweep for Rome. Incredible job to get in there with a shield. He just happened to go completely unseen. And that is going to be 4 points for Rome and the map. It's some of these unorthodox plays that let some of these matches, they're really interesting to watch because you really don't know what to expect. I wish we've gotten to see a little more action with the shield play, but he was able to get all the way up on the objective. That shield gave him the confidence he needed to just push through. I think because he just didn't stop. He just kept moving. No one expected him to get there that quick, and then he propped it up to give himself a little extra protection. Typed in the code, and that was all she wrote. 4 points to Rome. Here we are waiting to see what is map number 2 going to be.
Ooh, it looks like it's going to be Downfall.
Yes. So we are going to be on Downfall 1. And we'll be setting up cameras while we wait for our teams to spawn in.
Seem like my technical issues are better now thanks to the restart.
Awesome. All right, and looks like we are waiting for one Marsop member. Looks like we had to disconnect. I don't know if we're getting a replacement or if it's going to be the same person coming back. But we will stay right here as we wait. Now, do keep in mind there are timeouts allowed in this game. The first timeout being a 15-minute timeout, the second one being a 10-minute timeout. There we go. And we do have Traden rejoining. Looks like we had a quick drop, but he is back, so we'll be getting this round started in just a moment. I'm still hearing a little bit of feedback coming through, Too Bold. I don't know if that's it's coming through your headset or what it is.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure either. There is something that you can think of that I can do. I'll do it, but I'm not too familiar with the system yet.
Sounds good.
I can see how that would be something that's a little frustrating. But this is I like the map choice for this round for Sinister Pride. You know, give them a breathing room with downfall. Take a little time to get that last cap out of their head and move forward.
All right, we're just waiting for Fester to join right now. All right, there we go, and we are now getting into map number 2. This is going to be round 1. We are going to have a northwestern objective. It is going to be outside of this building. Now, one unique thing about this building is you can sneak someone in the back. If they can get into this corner, they will be able to cap.
It's like an early grenade.
I don't know if that was intentional. That may have been an accidental pin pull there, because there's no way that they were going to land that one.
Yeah, he might have just been pulling the zip cord and getting that out of the way. But yeah, this is an interesting spawn. Looks like they're pushing most of their players to the south.
Now, Fester actually gets tagged really quick coming up into the red truck building. He, instead of pushing up against that building, he poked out just a little bit, and of course Lucky was very lucky to have seen that shot. That was a bad joke. I'm sorry, people.
But I'm wondering if this is going to make Sinister Pride, or I'm sorry, Rome, focus most of their attention to the north, which it looks like they're doing. So this south push could work for them. That could have worked in their advantage.
Absolutely, all 4 members of Sinister Pride are going to be coming through the valley side. They went for the complete full flank.
And we're hearing some shots fired to the south, but I'm going to guess that it's just confirming that kill.
You do have Austin. He's going to be sitting in this center area. A very slow start for Sinister Pride. Now, the good news is they do have 4 minutes and 30 seconds, but it is a large map to navigate. They have made it all the way around into the valley. Now, if they're able to get into the town from that side, they are going to have a huge advantage, because that will be the weak side of Rome. Now, William Dunce is going to be back on the objective building. He's going to be preventing anybody from coming down into the basement, as I showed earlier. And of course, you do have Lorena in the center hotel, who's going to also help slow down Sinister Pride. But Sinister Pride down 1 man. They're still in a good position here.
Bit of an interesting defense. You don't usually see 2 defenders in the crater building. Looks like they have 1 looking out to the north, which is, that window can be pretty risky, especially if they're coming from that northern area with that angle looking down. And it looks like they have Rome just watching the north and east of the objective. But yeah, you brought up time, the clock, especially in these bigger maps. It's pretty easy to lose track of time, and if you're not in certain areas at certain times, it's very easy just to lose a map due to time.
Absolutely, and maps like Bazaar, things like that, you can actually fire and then you can relocate and come around the opposite side. You don't have time here. If you draw fire from one side of the map, typically you're not going to have time to do a full flank, so you really just have to press through and just make sure your shots are true. We do have more shots from Lorena Scout. I believe those shots are going to be onto Nullist. But he has given up his position, and Quintessential and Traden are both much closer.
Ooh, this could be dangerous for Quint over here to the south if Lorena peaks. Sounds like they have spotted Lorena on the roof. But here we go. Oh, just barely misses Quint.
Long range shots coming out from Lucky, but Traden has actually made it in the building.
Oh, Lorena Scout has heard him. Seems like Lucky is still doing work over there in Red Truck Building, firing on that lower dumpster.
Now Traden actually made it out and to the sandbags. There's only a minute 45 left. Nullist now firing all the way across. Lorena is not peeking at all. He could actually peek and see Nullist. Nullist now with a long range shot returned on Lucky.
Yeah, if Traden makes his way to the basement and is able to take out William, he's going to have plenty of time for that cap. And it looks like William Dunce is pretty much distracted looking south at the fire from the hotel.
Now he knows Traden is going to go for the kill right here. He secures the kill. He can go for the cap. No one is in position to stop this. No one's going to make it. This is going to be 2 points. Gladiator's making the move, but it's going to be too late.
Let's see if he has cover. And he gets it. Very nice. Yeah, and this is exactly what these guys needed from that last round loss on Suburbia 2. It's always good to come back with a cap after a cap.
Absolutely. The cap going to the other side, that's what you want to see. Sinister Pride returns the favor. They were not happy with how the last round ended, and they're going to start this map up 2. So it is now 2-4 overall for this map. It is 2-0.
Very good stuff. Very good stuff. He didn't commit to that center hotel fight. It's sometimes one thing in Onward that's overlooked, I think, a lot is not killing enemies. It's just simply avoiding them and going for that cap opportunity.
Absolutely, and like you said earlier, it being very unorthodox to have Gladiator and another member in that far building. Usually you would have 2 people in the objective building for exactly that reason. If one person goes down, the same person upstairs can crash in, and they'll at least have enough time to stop the cap, whether it's by sacrificing themselves or by getting the kill themselves. But Gladiator just too far away. He did not have time to get back and cap that objective. I'm sorry, and clear that objective. But now we are going to be switching sides for round 2, and this time we are going to be following Rome in as they have the exact same objective. This is going to be a much shorter spawn here.
I'm hearing a very excited Sinister Pride team.
Hold it back. Don't show yourself or make shots unless you have a good clean shot. Oh, we got one. He's moving north. East. He went east. Running east to the building, just east of the objective.
Ooh, and Lucky taking down
One down,
Ostentatious. Nice early pickup for Rome.
In the middle, he's heading out east of the objective as well.
Yeah, that's great shots by Lucky. Now we do have Lorena, who is going to be able to push up into that forward objective building, but he throws a grenade. Oh, it's a smoke grenade. I thought he grenaded himself. That would have been very unfortunate. So he just re-picks up the smoke grenade. and throws it over the southern objective building. Traden in a very similar position as Rome, holding down that second story of Center Hotel.
Yeah, I'm not seeing too many adjustments, and it looks like we lost a player over here at Crater Building. Looks like Lorena might be making a push, trying to find Traden in this Center Hotel. He's going to be checking the rooftop, but Traden is sitting pretty on the second floor, looking out towards objective.
Now, unfortunately for Sinister Pride, or I'm sorry, for Rome, Lorena Scout just called out the all clear in Center Hotel. However, that is not the case. Traden has not moved. He is holding that position.
Yeah, that could be dangerous for them if they decide to push from Center Hotel, especially with Traden's vantage point looking out towards objective building.
Now, more long-range shots. I don't know if Lorena's going to end up going to that second floor, because he would actually have to go down. He'd have to come down the stairs through this door and then come up again to see Traden. But Traden, of course, is going to try and catch him at the bottom of the stairs.
We had a pretty interesting rotation over here on defense. Quintessential picking up the dark room of Northwatch. So he's going to be looking down that west road. They have the west road pretty much covered. And we see a reposition by one of the members on Rome coming from the northeast.
Now, he's going to be pretty far in the open, but Fester in a unique position, actually outside of the building.
Yeah, I really like that spot there. It's one of those spots you really have to place into your mind to check when you're moving up. One of many.
Now, Gladiator prepares a grenade. He's going to throw it on Nullus location. That is a smoke grenade. Fester's going to make a move here. Fester a little bit too slow. Traden able to land a kill on Lucky. And Lorena finally leaving that building, now knows it was not cleared.
And Lorena is savvy to Traden's presence and is now checking the second story area.
We do still have a stalemate here with Gladiator and Fester. Both of them are aware of each other's presence. Lorena again checking the roof instead of checking that second floor.
Oh, looks like Nullus might be picking up Rome any second now. He sees him through the smoke. Oh, turns away at the last second, unfortunately, and that Fester is down.
Now, thanks to Nullus' position, he is able to secure the 1-for-1. Now, Fester can actually be picked up if Nullus moves. Lorena is finally evacuating. Says he's had enough of Traden for this round.
Ooh, nice pickup.
Quite a big lag on my side, but Lorena's going for the cap here. The last remaining member is in Center Hotel.
Quint's got to go all out and throw a grenade here, or he's going to have 2 points for Rome.
And another cap! In 2 maps, we have had 3 caps.
Unbelievable. Back-to-back caps on downfall.
This is very interesting to say the least. You don't see very many caps in VRML, but they are proving that not to be the case.
Especially on those objectives, it just seems maybe these guys are just playing a little too spread out on defense.
So as far as points are concerned, that is not the correct points that I just put in. We are all tied up here on map number 2. So of course the first map went to Rome, Sinister Pride. They're not happy about being completely shut out, and they are going to be going for a comeback here.
Test 1, test 2.
There we go, much better. Give me 1 second. I'm going to balance you just a little bit. All right, give me one more test.
Test 1, test 2.
All right, chat, let me know if that audio is better. It sounds a lot better on my end. And with that, we are going to be getting back into the game here with round number 3 as soon as I click back on the gameplay.
Oh, Lorena Scout giving us a little dance. He's excited.
There we go, and we are back in game for round number 3.
And again, Sinister Pride choosing to go around to the south end of the map. Pretty interesting, them putting one up way up in the mountains. Who is that?
Name is too
Looks like
far
that's gonna
away.
be Quintessential.
All right, we do have 3 members of Sinister Pride. They are going to be pushing up through this valley. We already have one who is going to be in the pushing up just right up the center. He's pretty much out in the open. He's going to use the sandbags for cover.
Yeah, if he's not careful, if he makes any noise, Center Hotel is going to be all over him. But let's hope he stays low and he makes it to that bungalow.
It looks like he may have been spotted by Lorena Scout. Shots in that direction. Quintessential still at the top of the hill.
I believe we hear more shots coming out from William Dunn's towards Upper Dumpster Building.
Yeah, he actually has spotted Quintessential. He's taking pot shots on that location. He is only using a red dot, and he's getting return fire.
Lucky over here in Darkroom on Lower Dumpster has to be wondering what is going on around him. As Traden pushes up, Lucky hears him. Oh, Murda takes out Traden. Hopefully I'm saying that name right.
That's how I've been saying it. Quintessential, of course, now sees Murda and is returning fire. Nullus returning fire.
Oh, and he calls out the suppressing fire. Very nice.
As we've already discussed a couple times, just the communication is probably as important, if not more important, than your gun skill in a game like this, in a soldier sim with all the strategy in the world. It doesn't pay out if you don't communicate it well to your teammates.
Yeah, and right now we have Quintessential up in the mountains to the southeast. You got to kind of wonder what is the benefit of being up there with a hollow. I'm sorry, does he have? Oh, yes, he has hollow sights on his SA-80.
Well, I do know there are some people who are confident in their iron sight and hollow sight skills, but I'm with you. I would have some sort of scope. That way you can silently be up there. You wouldn't have to spray and pray, and you can just solo tap, maybe 2-tap the enemy. But we'll see. We'll see how that pays out for him. If anything, he's providing a great distraction, and maybe that's the entire purpose. Right now, there's only 2 minutes and 26 seconds left, and we have 5 members up for each side.
Looks like Lucky is going to make him move on Dumpster as Nullis comes around the corner.
Now Nullis with a quick push here. He hears those shots. Lucky has moved up as well. We could be just about to see our first frag of the round. I believe that was almost a team kill there. Those bullets whizzing right by Nullis's head. And there it is, Lucky, waiting for Nullis to turn the corner. He heard him walking and takes him down. However, he is getting fired on by his teammate and Lorena Scout with the team kill.
Oh, no. And there it goes again. I think just like we were talking about before, how comms are so important. Just a little blip on the mic to say, hey, I got lower Dumpster down. I'm returning to Darkroom. It's just one of those small things.
Now Fester was actually knocked down by a Murda all the way on in that back building, so it's a great long-range shot to be able to clear him as he was approaching the chopper objective building.
Oh, it looks like Ostentatious has a drone and working his way up to the center APC.
55 seconds, we gotta move.
Calling out the time, only 50 seconds left. Calling for a push.
Now he does have that long-range scope. He did just see, not sure if that was Gladiator. Yes, that was Gladiator. Lorena's going to be holding the building as well. That shot is on Gladiator's position. However, Gladiator gets back behind cover once again. Lorena Scout now moving. Only 26 seconds left. Quintessential, he's not even going to be able to make it into this fight before the round's over. One of the downsides. Yep.
Just so easy to lose track of time on this map.
Absolutely, especially when you're all the way up in the mountain, and now he's the last member with 9 seconds left. He's going to have no choice but to spray and pray, try and land some shots. However, he is taken out by William Dutz, and that's going to be the round. Another point going to Rome.
Yeah, they had a nice spread on the defense. They were patient.
Having a time with the scoreboard today. All right, we do have a 3-2 for Rome. Now, if Rome can secure this point right here, Rome will actually take the match. Now, as most of you I'm sure are aware, we are going to play all 3 matches because this league is not based on win-losses. It is based on your MMR rating. And the way that it works is when one team wins, they are guaranteed to gain MMR, and when the other team loses, they are guaranteed to lose MMR. But you still play the 3rd round because the amount of points accumulated across all 3 rounds determines how much points are gained and how much points are lost. So even if, which it is possible for the losing team to have more points than the other team, even though they have more points, they still will lose some points. It just won't be as much as if they lost by a huge margin. And right now, Rome, with quite a big lead, they're going to want to do as much as they can to secure this round, move into the last round, and take that one 4-0, and that will give them the highest amount of points possible.
Yeah, coming back on the... This is where you want to be in Rome's position right now. Coming back on a what could be the final round, playing it on defense.
All right, and looks like we are going to be getting into our next round. This is going to be round number 4. Rome now on offense. Sinister Pride desperate to get this point here. If Rome gets a point, that is going to be the end of the match. Sinister Pride needs a defense here. This is going to be the most important point of the match so far.
It's good to see, though. Their spirits are still up. They're still having fun. And I like it. They seem like they're sticking a little closer to home on this one. With 3 defenders pretty much within, a 5-second walk to objective.
It looks like we are going to get a little bit more of a 2-sided attack here from Rome. They have decided to send 3 men instead of 4 this time. They sent 3 men around to the valley. William Dunce and Armida arguably their two better shots, or at least this match has been their better shots. They're sitting back, overwatching, just trying to find anyone peeking, try and land those shots while the rest of the team pushes up.
Yeah, and Traden picking an interesting defensive point in the upper dumpster dark room. If he plays it right and has patience here, we could be seeing him pick up some frags.
Absolutely, maybe learning from the position that his team just took and how they had an advantage coming in from that side. He doesn't want that happening to him.
Lucky coming around Marsox, clearing the White House. We got William Dunce in the northeast with a 12X.
He's going to be trying to land those long-range shots if possible. Does he have a drone at all, or is it just the rifle?
Right now, it is just the 12X, and he has a murder with him. So they got two to the northeast, just being patient, probably looking out for some good comms, trying to call out some defensive positions, and helping their boys to the south move up.
Now, Lorena Scout, he's going to go ahead and start pushing in here to this northern objective building. Taking a double look back on Gladiator's position, making sure there's no one in that building. Now, if Gladiator ends up peeking over that ridge, Traden is actually honed in on that spot.
I'm curious what Rome is doing. Maybe he's clearing this south watch. And yeah, it looks like Traden could have a beat on him. Oh, there we go. Great pickup.
Now, he did give away his position. Lorena has now pushed up to the building. Lorena has given up his position as well.
And we see shots coming out from Lucky towards objective from that sniping position, just to the left of Twins.
Lorena clears the entire building. He knows he heard someone, he just doesn't know where. I think he just now figured out it has to be inside that dark room.
Yeah, if Quinn is not careful here and decides to peek out, Lucky could get some good shots off on him with pre-firing that basement window.
And the Red Scout's able to actually make it around the corner, and he's able to pick up Traden there. Great heads-up play.
Very nice. Yeah, he is a very good run-and-gun player, meaning he can move and shoot very well. Kind of curious what Lucky is shooting at over here, if he's just giving a distraction or...
Now, Fester takes out William Dunce, and also Lorena was downed on that. So Sinister Pride needing this point. They're in the best position. They have 4 members up. Rome has 2 members, and 1 is revivable with 1 minute and 35 left. Now, they're starting to run into the same situation. If Lucky doesn't make a move right here for objective, he's not even going to make it into the final play. He has at least 60 seconds of travel to go. More shots.
Here we go. We got some noise. Oh, and looks like we did lose a... Oh, no. I'm sorry. Oh, yes, we did. We lost another member of Rome to the north.
So the last remaining member is going to be Lucky, and Lucky is just blind firing. I mean, I'm sure he knows that Quint's in that building. However, he has 35 seconds to make a play on objective. He has 4 members to eliminate. He's still using comms, so he does not realize he's the last member.
Yeah, and you see a frag come out from William just I guess try and just clear that heli just in case anyone is pushing up.
With
What was that?
15 seconds left. He is still communicating with Lorena. However, I don't think either one of them know how much time is left. 4 seconds left in the round.
Moving up, moving up.
And there we go. Sinister Pride takes it.
Time.
And Lucky just completely unaware of the time. He does secure the kill with Fester at the end. And just like that, we are now all tied up 3-3. Now, Sinister Pride, once again, they're in the same position as last round. This now becomes the most important point of the match so far. They have to get this round. If Rome is able to get this round, they are going to secure the match, and we will go into map number 3.
Yes, Sinister Pride has to be hoping for some early pickups here. Work on their defense. Work on clearing those 2 Marsoc buildings and really just surrounding this objective.
Now, both teams have demonstrated that they really do like to make that flank all the way around through the valley, which is going to be a good thing because that's actually where our objective is going to be this time. We're going to be at that northern objective spawn right here in the middle of both of the valley entrances. So it'll be interesting to see if we get a full flank here.
Yeah, if you can manage to clear these Marsoc buildings without having too many losses and get that, you know, that uphill advantage on objective, it makes moving in on places like White House and objective building here a lot easier.
Absolutely. Now, also, there can be a quick spawn here if Sister Pride spawns right where we're at. We're going to have shots very, very quickly. And it's going to be a quick spawn. So they can actually shoot at each other pretty quick, except Rome. Rome actually got the valley spawn. Yeah, it's still going to be a quick spawn. If the objective were on the southern building, then there could be a quick spawn potential where as soon as the clock strikes 0, they can actually hit each other. But this one, there's going to be a little delay.
Coming out towards White House. Let's hope these guys take that center hotel.
Now, Lucky actually has already landed a kill onto Fester right at the beginning. Great shots coming in from the Marsoc Tower hill right here.
We're good, we're good, we're good.
Oh man, that's the early pickup, but not for the right team though. Looks like Quintessential has taken a shot and has used a syringe.
Traden actually does take a shot there from the white building. Lorena's going to turn the corner.
There we go. It looks like the 2 members of Sinister Pride have secured Center Hotel.
Now, Rome is actually doing a great job of holding down objective building. They have 1 in the dark room. They have 1 underneath in the basement. Again, you can cap from that basement. Especially if Lorena Scout and Lucky are able to keep the enemies off of objective. It does look like we are getting a flank here. But that's Ostentatious, who has made it to the sandbags. A couple shots were on his position from Lorena.
Ooh, Lorena, here's the smoke. Is going to rotate around, and he picks up Traden.
Traden not throwing the smoke quite far enough. He actually runs right through the smoke, so he was blind, and Lorena just waited on the backside. Meanwhile, Lucky is able to land shots on Quintessential. We are down to Nullist and Ostentatious. I saw the A. I couldn't remember the rest of the name.
Yeah, Sinister Pride definitely has some tongue twisters on their team.
So we have 2 members left for Sinister Pride. Rome with all 5 members up. Pot shots coming in from Ostentatious. Now shots are coming all the way across from the Northern Hotel. Nolus has been taken out by Lorena Scout. It is 5-on-1. The hope of Sinister Pride now rests in the hands of Ostentatious. We're actually going to just take it from his view here. He does see Lorena fire shots down range, not able to land any. He accidentally dropped his gun.
It looks like he's rocking the 12X again with the drone.
Now he's going to be in position right here. He's able to see the white building. However, he is getting return fire from Lucky still on that ridge. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough spot for him to be in. A 1v5, and he seems like he's going to be picking to choose to move up the middle of the map.
Yeah, he definitely has a gauntlet to run for sure. And that 12X, I don't know how that's going to work as he gets closer in. 12X can sometimes be pretty difficult to use at close range.
Yeah, and Lucky taking the smart option and just to be safe, watching the east.
Now that shot was on
ideal.
That shot was on Lorena Scout's position there. He's able to call out right there behind center bungalow. There's only 1 minute and 50 seconds left. 5 members still standing for Rome. It looks like we are getting the beginnings of a flank here. But does he have enough time?
Time definitely going to be an issue here. He's not going to be able to take his time. Lucky is still sort of watching the east. He seems like he's moving up now to North Marsoc building, and he's going to be in a great spot if he's patient to take out Ostentatious.
Yeah, all those shots, of course, coming from white building. Ostentatious doing a great job. He made a stutter step. I don't know if you noticed that. And because of that stutter step, the bullet landed right in front of him. I'm pretty sure it would have tagged him. But he's moved up. He's been spotted. Lucky's going to be able to peek here in just a moment. That is going to be called out. Lucky's now looking right on Austin's location. Austin down the bottom of the ridge. He fires on Lucky. Lucky on Austin. No shots landing. One shot hits Austin. Grenade is on the position. Will it be close enough to Austin? It doesn't have to be because Lucky is able to take him out right as he approaches the wall. And that is going to be the match for Rome. 4 points on round 1 to 0, and then 4 to 3 on round 2. We are, as I said earlier, we are going to go and complete round 3. Now, the whole purpose of round 3 is for Sinister Pride to do the best they can to mitigate how many points they're going to lose here, as well as prevent Rome from skyrocketing up the ranks. So at this point, they're fighting for much more than pride. They are fighting for placement. This is a long season, and these points do weigh heavy as the season goes on. It can determine whether or not you make the playoffs, and that's what everyone's shooting for right now.
Yeah, definitely some entertaining downfall rounds, though. 2 caps, some nice moves, some solid D from Rome.
Now we are going to be going to our third map while we set up cameras. Third map is going to be Cargo, always a fan favorite. It's the newest map to enter into League play. It is one of the quickest maps as well. It's lots of fun. I definitely enjoy casting it. You never know what you're going to get on this map. Loads and loads of fun. While we wait for the teams to get ready up, let's go ahead and take a quick look into Cargo. I set my cameras up, but we are good enough. Here we go. We are going to start round number 1 right here. Sinister Pride is going to be on offense. We are going to be in the northern objective here. Let's see what positions Rome decides to take. We do have grenades already coming out. That's going to be a smoke grenade coming in early. Another thing to keep in mind on these small maps, there is a 15-second frag grenade requirement, meaning you cannot throw any frags or flash grenades within the first 15 seconds of the match. Any grenades would be an automatic loss of round to be determined once the match is over. And Lucky able to hit Nullus coming right through that center building.
Yeah, pretty aggressive push by Sinister Pride, taking the middle of the map early. Quintessential taking out William Dunce. And it looks like Traden has gotten behind Lucky, giving him the rest of his team a bit of a distraction and a chance for them to move in.
Now Traden is making a little bit of sound. I don't know if Lucky's close enough to hear that. Traden in that position needs to be completely silent. And Lucky, I believe Lucky did hear that right there. He does spin around.
Oh, we definitely heard those shots out. And Traden just making a move on objective. Taken out by Lucky.
Was it like, was it through the crowd? Shit.
There it is, Lorena Scout with that shotgun. I was hoping he'd pull it out again today.
God damn it.
All good, Austin.
All right, and we are hearing the out of game chat. So I'm not sure what's causing that. Not happy with that death. Lucky able to land shots at Quintessential. Fester's able to take out Rome. So Gladiator's down. Now Lucky should know Fester's position here. There is only one member left for Sinister Pride.
Yeah, Lucky B just holding this angle, being patient.
Now Fester took a shot from Lorena. I believe he tagged Lorena as well. Lucky is going to continue just holding this wall.
Not 100% sure that Lucky knows the kill count. He seems to be looking around quite a bit. But if he holds this position, it's going to be tough for Fester to...
Now Lucky's going to make a move around the backside. Fester is finally able to take out Lorena Scout on that push up.
Oh, he's down to his pistol. Oh, Fester taking out another.
What an excellent choice right there for Fester. Fester, knowing he didn't have enough time to reload, he just drops his gun, pulls out the pistol, lays down the law, and then finally is able to reload. Fester, the last member of Sinister Pride, going against Armida, the last remaining member of Rome. What a turnaround. We're in a one-on-one situation here on the first round. Excellent heads-up play by Fester.
Yeah, and he has plenty of time at 2 minutes in cargo. Let's see if he does the right thing here and scavenges some bodies, throwing some smokes and frags if he finds any laying around over towards objective.
Now, as you can see through Amerda's view, he is actually not peeking out at all. He is just using the corners of those cargo containers. He is using night vision, which some people opt to do on this map because it does sometimes help with vision in certain areas. But just like that, Armida is able to turn the corner and target Fester, and that is going to be 1 point for Rome here on map number 3.
Yeah, Fester making it interesting, taking out, I believe, 3 members of Rome.
All right, so maybe we took care of the team chat situation. That was very unique. We were hearing them after they went down, which of course that is just coming to us. The other players could not hear that chat at all, so there's no additional advantage. But right now you got to be thinking, what is What is Sinister Pride's thought process right now? Do you think they have it within them to kind of gather themselves and get these last points, or you think they're just saying, you know what, it's over, let's go ahead and let's start planning for next week?
You know, I have a feeling these guys, you know, they've been coming off, they just came off a pretty big losing streak and came out with, I believe, 3 in a row. So I'm pretty sure they're going to want to fight for as much MMR as possible. And I'm going to guess that they're going to keep fighting, and they're going to keep focused and give us some good D.
Absolutely. Fester showing that his head's still in the game. He is able to rack up 3 kills on that last round. However, Ermita able to have the last laugh, being able to take him out in the 1v1 showdown. But here we go. We are going to be starting up right now into round number 2 here on the final map of the match.
Oh, and here goes William with the shield. Learning scout again, doing some good dancing over here.
Well, like we had a double dab there for a second from Ermita and Lorena. Definitely having a good time. Both teams seem to be having a lot of fun, which is definitely what you want to see.
And here we go. Yeah, some good defensive spots over here. Nice and tight. No one pushing past that halfway line.
That was some great smokes there by Rome. That's going to block any vision coming out of this tunnel where Williams is going to be breaching already with the shield. They're in a great position here already. Now that is going to be a grenade. It's going to be in the center.
Ooh, grenade by William. Oh, takes out 2. Confirmed for grenade as well.
Trayden throws the grenade, takes out 2, and then a team grenade comes in and finishes them off. Rome is down to only 3 members.
Yeah, those are some nice grenades. Lucky taking out a defender on the east side.
Now Lucky went for the double tap. However, none of the shots landed. Ostentatious can actually pick him up. Lucky going for the revive, gets taken out himself. Austin's going to be able to revive Nullus here. And there's the revive. We have a 5-on-2.
Oh, looks like they're managed to pick up Trayden in the back.
Trayden's been taken down by Quintessential already with the revive. We're back to 5-on-2 with 2 members of Rome still able to be revived. However, Rome is out of position currently to secure those revives. Armina may be going for the shift now.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they had the call out over comms for the revives yet. Which it looks like Emir is going to be trying to make his way over there. Oh, Nullus, very nice, picking up 1.
He's able to secure the down Lucky. Lucky not being so lucky there. Apparently his call-outs were heard. I'm pretty sure my pay should be doubled for every pun that I enter into these casts. I'd be fired in a week.
You know, Sinister Pride's definitely giving you a lot to work with, so. I've been fighting the urge to pun all night, so.
Now Gladiator, he is able to make it up to this building. However, he's making too much sound. Fester being perfectly still, he's going to hear Gladiator. Even though Gladiator's crouched, he's just making too much sound. It is possible to crouch and move completely silent, but it is a lot slower than you feel it should be. And Fester, he's going to just wait and mow down Gladiator as he turns that corner. Great patience by Fester not to move at all. He didn't even adjust his aim. He just waited for Gladiator to walk right in front of his barrel. Now, Lorena Scout is still revivable. Ermita is actually in position. However, with no smokes, this may be risky, and Lorena is out once you're down.
Yeah,
and there's the revive. He went for the revive, however, he died just before. There is a 2-minute or 2.5 minute countdown once you are down. If you're not picked up in that time, you will bleed out.
Yeah, and this is definitely the we're seeing the downside of using early smokes. When you get rid of all your utility at the start of the match, and you don't move up on it quick enough, you leave yourself pretty empty-handed when you have to do end of the round pushes.
Absolutely, and that is going to be an equalizer there by Sinister Pride, able to come up with a point in that round, which is exactly what they wanted to do. Not only were they able to get a point decisively with all 5 members still alive, and that's the beginning of exactly what we were talking about. Would Sinister Pride be able to come back and secure some points here? Well, there's 1, so we're already a 4-9. If they can secure the next 3 points, they can win the map and they can finish at 7-9, which is going to be a much less penalty than if they would have ended the match with only 3 points.
Yeah, you like to see that you know, no give attitude. Like you said, the defense was very tight. It was you know, you can tell that it was something that they put time and thought into, and definitely not giving up here. Going the distance.
Absolutely, and here we are back with round number 3. You are going to have Rome on defense. We're going to follow Sinister Pride as they come in from the southern approach on that northern objective.
Some team cheers there of Sinister Pride.
Traden having a good time, that's for sure. Shots out early. We do have an early smoke. Fester has pushed up quite a bit. Shots already out on William's location. Fester and William are dancing around. And William able to put down Fester. Nola's able to find a shot onto Lucky. Nolas is pushed way up the map. He is almost on objective. Ostentatious trying to come through smoke. Armida sees him. That's going to be a flash grenade. Lorena Scout is pushed up to Nolas' position. He's going to be coming from behind. If he turns the corner, he doesn't. He pushes to green. Nolas is on the objective. However, Gladiator able to see Nolas. Lorena takes out Quintessential with the shotgun. He pulls out the pistol. And
there it is.
He is able to finish Quintessential off with the pistol. Nolas talking. And Trayton able to take out Lorena Scout as well.
Yeah, just a little lack of balance in their push there, sending 3 up on the east side and leaving 2 members behind.
And William Dunst taking him out with the gun, finishing him up with the pistol, and then just a stab or 2 to finish him off. And that is going to be another point for Rome. And we are going to have the exact same objective here for Rome on the push. See if Sinister Pride can do what it takes to secure another point here on the defensive side. Of course, Rome, they did win the match already. These points are just to mitigate MMR. Sinister Pride's going to want to do whatever they can to reduce the effects of this match. We go. We are back into round number 4 here on map 3. Sinister Pride on the defense. They definitely want points here.
Yeah, you hear comms from Rome saying he's going to be staying behind, most likely pre-firing this pipe lane here.
We do have some early smokes coming out. Actually, a very long-range smoke there. That's going to provide a lot of cover.
We're seeing a very similar setup as the last defense round for Sinister Pride. Let's see if it works out for them again.
Now we do have frag grenades coming out. They have not found any targets. Quite the spread defense here. All the lanes are currently being covered. No one from Sinister Pride pushing up to an aggressive position. Ostentatious is going to be peeking the alley. Lucky now pushing up very quickly. And he is actually shot in the back from William Dunst, and that is going to be a team kill. He now sees his mistake, and Rome is now down a player.
Oh, just absolutely devastated right there in the middle.
He was seen both times by Fester and by Nolas. Another grenade. That's actually a very good grenade if it wouldn't have landed on the roof.
Very aggressive push here by Rome. Wow, these guys are just pouncing on him here on defense.
Ostentatious calls out Lorena. Lorena still rushes in. Ostentatious clears him out, and then he turns and takes out Gladiator. Now, that was a perfect grenade. However, Gladiator was already taken out, and we had the last remaining member of Rome here.
Yeah,
William
has
Dunce.
to shoot and reposition, scavenge those bodies, throw out smoke, use any grenade he can possibly find to throw at you know, any popular defensive positions on this map to have a chance here.
That was actually, yeah, that was a tin can. Going to be pulling some distractions there, hoping to draw some attention to the back of the map. I don't know if that's going to work out for you this go round, William. He does have all 5 members of Sinister Pride looking for him.
It looks like he is trying to scavenge some bodies here. Picking up a frag. Let's see where he decides to throw it.
Now, I believe he just heard Fester. He lobs it over to Fester's side. However, it just does not quite land, just a hair too far. Any closer, I think that would have downed Fester.
Yeah, Quintessential doing the right thing there, too, and repositioning after that tin can throw.
Williams playing this as slow as possible, trying to see anything he can, trying to hear anything he can.
And he did happen to hear Trade and moving behind them, which he looks like he's going to reposition, and we might be seeing a frag here.
Quintessential actually firing at Traden. Ostentatious taken out by William. Traden actually provided a distraction for his own teammates.
Ooh, looks like Traden may have spotted William here.
William definitely hearing Traden, turns his back. He knows where Traden's going to be coming from. Traden relocates. Great idea, but here we go. We could have a shot right here. And Traden taken out. William hears him.
William doing work here.
And just like that, Nullis puts an end to that push. And we are tied once again with Sinister Pride getting point number 2. All tied up here on map number 3.
Yeah, definitely a very good effort on William's part. Taking his time, being patient, using just listening to his advantage there. Getting some good kills, but unfortunately just not enough.
Absolutely. He was doing a good job of remaining completely silent. He was forcing the team to run around. That is one advantage to having 5 members up, though. You can have 1 or 2 members make quick runs, and even if they go down, it really doesn't hurt you too bad as long as you have 1 or 2 people really holding that objective well, and that's exactly what Sinister Pride did.
Oh yeah, 100%. And even on some larger maps, just even running a guy out there just to give away the enemy's position, if you're 100% sure it's the last enemy, is, it's a good move to do, to sacrifice one of your players.
Absolutely. Now Sinister Pride, they are going to have an opportunity here. It is tied up at 2-2, which means any Marsoc team can actually cap and win the round. Now, we haven't seen a cap here on this map, but we've already seen 3 caps this game. So Sinister Pride has already proven that they do know how to cap fairly efficiently. So it'll be interesting to see if they get a good push here and they are able to sneak this map out from under Rome. And here we are back into the round with round number 5. We're going to be following Sinister Pride in on this push. You already hear Nullis. He is repeatedly calling out the code. You know they're planning on going for a cap here. This is what they want. Now,
a nade out at the end of the long corridor.
It does not land, but just barely. Shots coming through the smoke.
Once again, throwing out those early smokes. might be another grenade out. Oh, and it is, and it takes down 3. Oh man, that is not good for Sinister Pride.
That is devastating right there. Lorena Scout finishes 1, finishes 2, and finishes 3. Great grenade. It is 5-on-2. Rome with the advantage here.
Yeah, it's just one of those things on this map. If you know your position has been compromised, you have to either move forward or reposition back.
You don't see very many shotgun players in the league. Lorena Scout putting it to good use this round.
Yeah, and I'm loving it. he's one of the rare people who go iron sights, you get pistol.
And there's another one.
Doing work with that shotgun.
But he is team killed. He is team killed by Lucky, but he comes in with a quick revive. And just like that, Rome able to secure the round with all 5 members still alive. All right, now Rome, they are going to have the push here. All they have to do is get 1 point, and that is going to be the end of the match. Sinister Pride wants a defense here. If they can get a defensive point, it'll be all tied up, and they will have a chance to win this match.
Yeah, it's been interesting. Each objective has been on the north side of the map so far. I'm not sure if we're seeing the same objective or if it has to switch rounds before it goes over, but
yeah, this was going to be the same objective. Now, I do want to remind everybody that coming up at 10 p.m., so that's about 30 minutes from now, so really about the time we finish this, we are going to be having the SMC Tactical versus Danglers being casted by Nightfire and Buxton, so you want to stay tuned for that as well. The stream, of course, will drop as we switch over casters, but you do want to be ready for that, for sure.
That's where I'm going to be.
Me too.
That's going to be a very good match.
Exactly.
Very entertaining. Yeah, 2 very fast-paced teams, and it's definitely going to be some really good action.
With all the tournament matches that we've seen over the last month or so, it seems like I've seen them every other day playing against each other, but I know that's not the case. It's nice to see them back in just a regular VRML match.
It does happen. And here we go again with William taking the shield.
And we got dancing and singing once again from Sinister Pride, but we're going to follow William coming in with that shield. Always a fun thing to watch is when someone pulls out the shield or just does something a little bit different. We've seen shotguns, we've seen shields, we've seen multiple caps. Lots of crazy things have happened in this match.
And here we go, Sinister Pride taking up once again a very similar defensive positions.
William puts down the shield, and he is memorizing that code. We know what's on his mind. He wants a 5-point win right here.
I like it. I like it.
That is going to be a frag grenade in the middle of the field. However, no one was quite there yet. Rome with a slow push, possibly just to get rid of some of those early frags.
Yeah, you know, they were saying something about waiting a minute before moving in. It seems like you're right. It's working out to their advantage.
Ostentatious was able to land shots on Lorena Scout as he pushed up into this central building. William Dunce, he's going to take the same path. However, he does have the shield for cover. He's also rocking that taser, which is always fun to see. The taser with actually surprising distance on it. It is going to be a one-hit knockdown.
Ostentatious giving away his position, shooting at that shield of William Dunce. Oh, and he manages to pick him up, just barely getting the left side of his elbow there.
And Nullish just flashed Ostentatious. He calls out the flash, but unfortunately it hits the wall in front of Ostentatious. Ostentatious is now stuck. Lucky trying to grab the shield.
Rome making a push here on the opposite side, but taken out by Quinn.
He was able to clear one member of Sinister Pride. So we're down to 2 versus 4. Lucky now pushing up the center west side. Ermita pushing up the east side.
And did Lucky pick up the shield here? No, no.
I think he grabbed all the utility but left the shield. And just as he clears around the corner, he's actually taken out by Quintessential at the last possible moment before he is back in cover. It is all on Ermita at this point.
Yeah, a very, very nice angle there from Quintessential.
Trayden, I believe, was able to see Ermita there. If not, was just firing in that general location.
And here we go again. It almost seems like we're having a little deja vu here with a 1v4 Rome against Sinister Pride.
I will say both teams have been doing the same thing on defense. It seems like offense is constantly having to do 1v4s, 1v5s, but it's not just one-sided. Both teams are doing it.
Oh, not at all, yeah. And unfortunately, Murda, his position has been given away. Nullis hopefully making that call out and Trayden picking him up.
Trayden actually with a great shot underneath here. He's able to see through that doorway. Great shots laying down. And
yeah, that's a veteran move right there.
Absolutely. Sorry. And we are all tied up here, 3-3 going into the last round.
You can tell Trayden, since he's been back, he's definitely been watching some beginners matches using that little sliver underneath the containers there.
Absolutely. Long gone are the days of video games where you just sit in the chair and press buttons. If you want to get kills in this game, you better be willing to lay down in your carpet, do some push-ups, run around, drop on your back. It's crazy what VR has changed when it comes to the competitive environment. I think a lot of people got a real taste of it during the last tournament, where you actually got to see the players, because as a LAN tournament, you're able to see some of the movements that they have to do. It's what some of these elite players are doing to get some of these shots. It's quite fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely. And it's one of those things that, like you were saying, you can use to your advantage so well in VR. Gun placement, prone, going, just using all that room scale and having a good time with it.
Absolutely. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be in our 6th and final round here. I think I got the count wrong earlier, but this is going to be the 6th and final round for Sinister Pride and Rome. Sinister Pride definitely wants to get this point here. They don't want to go away empty-handed. They want that consolation prize of 1 map. They don't want to lose it 3-0. And here we go with the push. 3 smokes out.
A southeast objective. Let's hope they use these smokes to their advantage and move on quick.
Now lots of pre-fire.
Oh, that might be a grenade.
And Loretta with the shotgun to the chest takes out Nullis. We are down to 1 member of Sinister Pride. Rome wanting to take all 3 maps here.
Oh, if he can make it to this dark tunnel, he might have a chance. Oh! Takes out Lorena's scout right on top of him.
Takes out William.
Oh no!
And Lucky says not today. Secures the 4th and final point for Rome. That is going to be it, folks. That is going to be our match for today. It is going to be 12 points to Rome, 6 points to Sinister Pride. Definitely a fun match to watch. Definitely wish Sinister Pride would have been able to pull 1 map out in the end, but that was not having it today. But overall, great match. I mean, we saw some wonderful caps early on, some great gunplay. I definitely think these 2 teams stacked up pretty well. The first map, the score does not tell exactly what happened. That early cap definitely put Rome ahead, but throughout the rest of the match, you could tell they were very evenly matched.
Yeah, and Sinister Pride didn't get down on each other. They, a cap like that with 5 members of your defense up or 4, it's easy as a team to kind of just not go on too strong from there. But these guys fought back and they put up a great fight for the rest of these matches today.
Absolutely. Well, I do want to thank you two all for joining me today, co-casting this match, and I want to thank all the viewers as well for all the support. We've definitely been growing the casting team, casting more games. I hope you guys have appreciated it. If you do have any questions or anything about casting or want more information about the league itself, feel free to join us on our Discord, the official Onward Discord, as well as you can find a lot of information at vrmasterleague.com. That being said, that's going to wrap it up for me and Too Old. We will be back probably next week with more casts, but stay tuned because in about 18 minutes we are going to have the match of the week, and that is going to be Danglers versus SMC Tactical. You definitely don't want to miss that. All right, everybody, I want to thank you for watching, and we will catch you next time.